Okay.
Question 677, and it's the last question today. Would you rather spend a summer basking by the lake as a turtle or exploring a city as a raccoon?
Ooh. Oh, that's easy.
Turtle.
Is it? Turtle. You're a basker.
Turtle. I hate cities. Turtle.
The city's definitely far more dangerous.
Is it to a raccoon? Don't see many dead raccoons in the city.
Oh God, yes.
Would I be a raccoon that knows how to look both ways before I cross the street?
Yes, you'd still be you.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know
Difficult
that.
question.
Turtle.
Still a turtle.
Would we call you Mitch?
Mitch?
Huh? Turtle.
Yeah, but what would we call you Mitch? As in like McConnell.
Where did the turtle reference for him come from?
Have you seen
like
Mitch
a turtle.
McConnell?
Yeah. And I've seen the cartoon pit drawings of him as a turtle.
Quite.
That's true. He looks like the turtle from Bugs
Yeah.
Bunny. He does. You're right.
In real life, he does too. It's uncanny.
It came from a picture of him when he was addressing Congress.
Jen says turtle. Nerdy says I'll be a raccoon, then I can do some cool YouTube videos snagging cat snacks and stuff. Julie says raccoon. Sammy says turts all the way. Badger.
Is the city an abandoned post-apocalyptic one?
It's Bristol today.
Then turtle.
That's the Lake District yesterday.
I have a point of order.
Yeah.
So okay, if I'm this turtle sitting on the beach, do I get to go
Lake.
in the lake from time to time?
Yes.
Or I am. Okay, so drying up and dying on the beach is not a question.
No.
Okay.
See,
if it was, I was going to say, could I be a tortoise instead?
See, Bristol's fine as long as you don't mind, as long as you go for a short visit and admire the bridge.
You're a raccoon.
So
you get
if
to
you're in
climb.
the U.S.,
If
you would
wanna
be in
stay
Minneapolis
Bristol,
as a raccoon? Because I'm still saying turtle then.
I was going to say, not today.
Bristol's fine as long as you just want to admire the bridge from a distance. If you want to stay there for any length of time, I recommend a stab vest.
Oh, you don't need a stab vest to live in Bristol. I mean, certain areas of Bristol maybe, but generally
exactly.
you don't.
Well, even as a raccoon, the city would matter quite a bit. Well, now wouldn't it?
Yeah. Joan says, as a raccoon, I wouldn't mind. I'd be cuddly and inquisitive, and I'd be able to climb. Jeff says, I could go for a nice swim as a turtle.
Okay, anyone who thinks raccoons are cuddly has never met one.
Yep.
You said they get to keep their personality.
Yeah. You're still your person.
All right. Well,
You're still you. Jeff says, if we're all going to be turtles, I call dibs on being Michelangelo.
Raccoons are lovely. You just shouldn't go near them and poke them.
Wah, wah,
Just leave them alone to do their thing. And don't leave your back door open.
Nerdy says Bristol is less than 260 miles from me. Most places in the country aren't much further than 260 miles away from anywhere else.
there must be many raccoons, because you
I
see
imagine
so
so.
many dead
No.
on the road.
There's only 7.
There's only 7.
There's only
just
7
use-
raccoons.
They just use the same one, or there's ones all over the place.
No, they're time travelers.
Ah, makes sense.
Oh, that explains it. Wait a minute. How would you have the smarts to do time
They
travel?
stole the
and not be
technology.
sm-
I was going to say, they
And not-
don't know how
They're
to
great
do it.
All right.
thieves.
How would you be?
You can
smart
tell-
enough to steal the technology, know how to use it.
No,
and
they just
still be
naturally
too
steal things.
stupid
Anything
to look
shiny.
both ways when you cross
No.
the street.
It's not an intelligence thing. They're just attracted to shiny stuff.
So what we've established from this conversation is that time travel devices are shiny.
Yes,
See,
of course they are.
Jenny,
You can tell how many times they've traveled by the rings on their tails, like a tree.
Yes, Purple.
it's a very simple illustration of Darwinism. There used to be lots and lots of raccoons. There were 7 who were smart enough to develop time travel. All the other ones have gotten killed off.
There you have it.
But
It's true.
there's
How
still-
many times do you see more than 7 raccoons at once?
in my neighborhood? Damn near every
It's
week.
always 1 to 4.
Apparently, they've discovered how to teleport clone themselves.
I don't see that many raccoons around here.
I'm
No,
serious,
I've
when I
never seen a
drive
raccoon
from
in my
here to-
life.
I'm serious. When I drive from here to La Crosse, on any given morning, I've run into a half a dozen to a dozen.
Have you
dead-
considered
dead
not
raccoons
running
on the
over them?
street. I've only hit one, but it was already dead because a van had gone over it and kind of tossed it up in the air as I was tailgating. I shouldn't have done.
Don't you know that what the raccoons do is they dress up the squirrels that they have murdered as raccoons and put them in the street?
Those are some big fucking squirrels.
Well, they're in costume, you know.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't.
You
want
have
a
body
squirrel that's
modification
as big as-
outfits to make you look like you're the size of a raccoon. Absolutely. That's a thing.
Could you
Just look at Mrs.
seriously
Doubtfire.
imagine though? Could you imagine a squirrel the size of a raccoon jumping through
Fox
the trees
squirrel.
and running? They're not as big as a raccoon.
No.
Raccoons go 40 pounds.
Now, adult or baby raccoon?
An adult.
Oh, okay.
I don't do babies.
Right.
There are no baby raccoons. They're just time travelers.
So we're there. We got Badger and Bee are going to be turtles.
Unless you make the city post-apocalyptic with
The
no
city
people,
is not
or very few
post-apocalyptic.
people. If you make the city post-apocalyptic with very few people, I will explore it and have lots of fun as a raccoon.
If it was
there if there are humans there, I want nothing to do with it, and I will be a turtle.
If it was post-apocalyptic, there'd be lions and wolves.
I'd rather deal with lions than humans.
Fair enough.
Tigers and
That's
bears.
true,
Oh
actually.
my.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're a raccoon, then you do your traveling, foraging, and exploring at night when humans are asleep and
Then you've
not
got
bothering
owls to worry
anybody
about.
But their spouse.
I don't think there are actually that many owls big enough to cause issues for full-sized raccoons.
Mm-mm.
All right, pterodactyls.
You are correct.
Why are there pterodactyls in this scenario, Dave?
Post-apocalyptic.
Yet
Okay,
being post-apocalyptic, unless the apocalypse is the dinosaurs came back.
What makes
never-
you think that
never
pterodactyls
seen
are nocturnal
Jurassic Park,
hunters?
Well, that's a very good point. I hadn't considered that.
The
That's
Civil
a
War
brilliant...
soldiers. The Civil War soldiers saw them mostly at night.
Okay,
Yep,
you got me
we
there.
go.
I'm gonna cry.
It's true. I remember reading about that.
Oh, God.
I think we should have a discussion on Bigfoot at some point.
What? My feet are huge.
I don't think the Civil
Not
War
you,
soldiers
Dave,
ever
you're
saw
bound
Bigfoot.
Purple, turtle orb, or whatever the hell other thing, stupid thing I came up with. Raccoon.
Raccoon.
Yeah, I've had bad incidents with raccoons. I don't want to be around them.
Turtle then?
Yeah.
But you wouldn't
Richard?
be around them. It would be around you, because you would be a raccoon.
Yes.
Yes,
they
but
would-
raccoons usually travel in groups, so if you are a raccoon, odds are there would be other raccoons around you.
You could be a solitary raccoon, like I'm largely a solitary badger, although badgers are generally a social species.
Of course, if I was a raccoon, I could infiltrate them and wipe out their nest.
So now you're talking about. Just
Now I'm talking about genocide, so...
Yes. But I just bring it
You
back.
don't
You know,
think
this my,
raccoons
my,
are
my,
like-
my nice light-hearted last question, and we're on genocide.
Well, I mean, if there's
If
only
we
7 of
cause-
them left, genocide's not that big a deal, is it?
If we can cause an apocalypse that wipes out most of humanity, and leaves the cities just there to be explored, I will raccoon. That's nice
Fair
and
enough.
lighthearted for you.
That's light-hearted. Post-apocalyptic. COVID-25. Nerdy says, "Can I be Rocket Raccoon?" Sure. Richard.
The Rocket Raccoon's really snarky.
Yes.
Oh, he is. He is. I would want to be him if I had to be a raccoon.
You know,
Richard.
and honestly, to me, that is nightmare fuel. Something with the intelligence of a human and the ethics of a raccoon.
Mm.
We all have to exist within a plane of reality.
Richard.
Whatever the fuck that means.
Yes. Which would you pick?
But I don't want the show to stop.
So, about Bigfoot.
What does Bigfoot have to do with it? We were talking about small things.
I think me and Richard should discuss Bigfoot at some point.
You think you and Richard should... Why would he reveal his secret identity to you?
I just think it's a discussion that'll be interesting.
Uh-huh.
Bigfoot has a secret identity?
Yes.
No. No secret identity of Bigfoot, that's for sure.
I thought if you were Bigfoot, you were just Bigfoot. You didn't have a secret identity. Is that just a costume?
No, there's no cover-up going on here.
Yeah. Bigfoot's secret identity is the abominable snowman.
That's also not true.
How come they don't have any pictures of Bigfoot's penis?
Because they don't have any pictures of the rest of him.
That's true. If Bigfoot existed, there'd be a picture of his penis somewhere. It's true.
I want to see it. I want to see it.
Have you tried the Bigfoot porn? Why didn't no one look there first?
I will link
Not
you
my
to
kink,
a YouTube
man.
channel later on that will enlighten you.
Well, enlighten you.
I'm scared to ask if that's real. Please don't answer.
And would the Bigfoot penis be barren or furry?
Please don't answer.
You are aware of Rule 34, are you not?
No, I'm sorry.
You're not aware of Rule 34?
Mm-mm.
Richard?
The rules of the internet. If it exists, there is porn of it.
Oh yeah, that's right. You mentioned that earlier today.
Yep.
I know rule number 7.
What's that?
Never leave home without at least a box cutter.
Why? You live in a really weird country.
You have to cut a box.
No. It's the area. It's not the country.
It's a
Why
fucking
label us
country.
America.
Nope.
You're not-
Don't label us all.
Don't
You're
label
not
you all.
armed, you're taking your life into your
Do you
hands.
leave the house armed?
Me?
Yeah.
I always
Yes,
leave the house armed.
Yes, I do.
No, I just don't live in shitty areas where I need to be armed. Yeah, baby.
I always carry a knife. Always.
Yeah.
Same.
Always.
Well-
You're nuts. You're nuts to not have a knife on you at least.
Fair enough.
I always carry a knife,
and if
but it
I
has
want to
nothing
go
to
hiking
do
in
with
the
being a
woods,
weapon.
and if I go hiking in the woods nearby, I better damn well have at least a 45 caliber pistol.
Well, it depends on what you're saying as armed, because if you have a good set of keys with you, you are absolutely
Yeah,
100% armed
Keys do
all
not
day
stop.
long.
Keys do not stop black bears. not at all.
Jeff says Bigfoot is Chewbacca. Disney say so.
There's no evidence of that.
And then Orla says, "No, that's my son you're talking about." Badger! So-
Badger!
Right. Jen says, "Oh my god, Beth is more muscular than her brother."
True story.
That is not true at all.
Sure, it's true.
If only she was
My
Scottish.
camera's closer. My camera's closer,
see-
that's all it is.
I've spent a lot of this stream trying to figure out the level of banter between the two of you because I knew there was a connection, but I hadn't figured out what it was. So I've been trying to judge: is this sibling banter, or is this?
You were trying to work out if they were a couple, weren't you?
It's completely coincidental. We both like black T-shirts.
Yes. It's true. I usually wear gray, and I randomly pulled a black T-shirt out today, so it was absolutely
Right.
random.
You two are related?
Yeah.
Related? How do you mean?
And
You
married.
have relations.
No, we're not married.
You don't have to be
Dave.
married to have sex. Come on.
She and I, as far as I can recall, have never had sex.
Exactly,
No, I'm
a
pretty
marriage.
sure that's never happened.
A typical
It
marriage.
hasn't happened.
As a matter of fact,
Okay.
I'm 150% sure that has never happened.
Relatively sure.
Relatively.
What? Why is the hair distribution on your head 180 degrees out of phase?
Female, male.
Okay, that would work.
He's a female. I'm a male.
Yeah, I've got the hair distribution all over the place.
I mean, I have a beard, but it's very, very light and blonde, and you can't really see it unless I'm in the sun. So,
And I have hair on top. I'm not like actually bald. So
Oh.
Do you
See, I
approve?
can't-
Do
you're framing.
we
It's because
do we
your
on this
camera's
channel?
cutting off the top of your head.
Your frame stops at such a point where it's like you're bald all the way. So.
Do
That's
we
a
on this
completely
channel
inappropriate question.
approve?
I apologize.
Do we approve on this channel of people in the side chat commenting on the appearance of the guests?
Sure,
Why
go
not?
ahead.
As long as it's about me, I don't care.
As long as it's about you.
Why-
No, it's
why-
about
why-
I
Beth.
don't care what they say. About me.
It's about Beth.
Oh,
As long as they like my hat. That's
As long
fine.
as Julie says, I shouldn't say this, but Beth is super hot. Sorry to comment on your appearance, Beth. Jen responds, she is, Julie, I agree. If she was Scottish, I could
How
never
you
appear
doing?
on... I could never appear on a stream with her. Julie says, oh yeah. You're apparently popular.
okay. Now you're just
Jen,
embarrassing
you
me.
should,
Look,
Jen,
Turn it
she's
on red.
actually
Red.
She's actually Italian, Scotch, Irish.
That's a whiskey.
And German.
German.
She's
Yep.
she's Scott, Irish, German, Italian.
Yes. It's pretty evenly spread out too between the three. So yeah.
Yeah.
Jen should join us on the stream another day.
I was terrible yesterday. Right, Richard, turtle or raccoon?
I'm sorry. What was the question again, Dave? What was that?
Would you
So he
rather
doesn't want the stream
spend
dead.
a summer basking by the lake as a turtle or exploring a city as a raccoon?
Is there
I wish
Battenberg
you'd
in
stop
the
the
city?
giggling because I can't really understand what you're saying.
Is there Battenberg in the city, Dave?
Yes.
Ah, shit. No, I'm still going turtle because there's humans in the way.
Because there's humans in the way. Right.
Is there Battenberg in the post-apocalyptic city?
No. All the Battenberg is gone. And there's no Battenberg by the lake either.
I'm bringing Battenberg to the lake.
Nope.
You can't stop me. I have Battenberg.
Wait a minute, you're a turtle.
Yeah,
You're a
and I'm
turtle, you can't carry
What's
it.
the big deal?
What are you gonna do? Drag it in a sack?
I have Battenberg at home, and as a turtle, I take my home with me.
You're saying it's
Wait a
inside.
minute.
There's no
That's
room.
conflation of terms.
Yeah.
What is inside the shell? I can eat it.
You
The
can't
shell
eat
is-
what's inside your
a
shell.
turtle, a turtle
That's
is
just-
not inside the shell. A turtle is the shell.
Exactly. So
You'd have
once
to
I
eat it.
Battenberg, yeah.
Actually, the shell is the turtle's rib cage.
True
Yeah,
story.
You're the
the whole
turtle
thing
rib
is a dependent structure. You can't like open the box and take out a turtle. You
Julie
open the
says.
box, the turtle's dead.
Julie says that your hat is lovely, Jenny.
Thank you, Julie.
Nerdy
At
says
least
he can
someone has
steal.
good taste.
He can steal Battenberg if he's a raccoon.
See, that's a really good point.
I'm having issues with Jones' comment.
Which one? There are so many hot women in our community.
No, not that one.
Not fair, Badger.
About
Oh, that
turtles.
Jen.
No, Joan.
I'm Joan.
Oh,
Too
John.
many turtles, bad-tempered Badger. They climb over you. Yeah, they would.
Yeah, because if the turtles are climbing over me, then we have problems. Because
Sexy
I don't
fun
want
times.
to move. I don't want to move because I might squish the turtles. And the turtles are fun and friends, and I don't want to squish.
You wouldn't squish them unless there were hundreds.
But they move quite slowly, which means they will creep up on you.
They creep up on you. Right,
Yeah.
none of this answers the question as to which Richard would pick.
Nope.
Which I'd pick up what?
Would you rather spend the summer basking by the lake as a turtle or exploring a city as a raccoon?
I have to be true to form, Dave. When I was a hormonal teenager and I couldn't sleep at night, I'd go downtown and set off alarms and then run from the police to make fun of them. I think I would definitely take the raccoon.
You like the little burglar mask, isn't it?
Oh yes. I love to
Jenny,
be an
It really
instigator.
brings out the color in your eyes.
Hmm.
I recommend Sephora.
Jenny,
Yeah,
turtles or raccoons?
this is so difficult. If the city couldn't be the east side of Milwaukee, I'd pick raccoon.
Very good. And if it's not,
Well, I would because there's beaches on the east side, and I could just go down to those as a raccoon.
Cheater.
And have both worlds.
It's an either or. You're cheating.
Yes, I am. Thank you. I used to play for the New England Patriots too. You know.
right.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is a British crowd. You don't understand that at all.
No, we do. We watch Family Guy.
Okay.
They're taking the piss out of a lot in Family Guy.
Okay, so the raccoon. With you have the personality of you, don't you?
Yes.
And the intelligence of you.
Yes.
As it were.
But the turtle doesn't.
No, the turtle does
Why
too.
No, the turtle does too.
It's
Well,
you.
you just said the raccoon does.
Okay, so
Whichever one you pick does.
Okay, hold on. We gotta rephrase the entire question and start over. Hold on.
But Dave just said the raccoon gets that part of you.
No, whichever
what's the
you
turtle
are gets you.
what's the
Whichever
turtle
one
get?
you are.
If a turtle had your brain, though, it would be so cruel. You know, at least a raccoon has
Hands.
enough animation
That's a good
that it
point.
could
I don't want to eat
exist if you
bugs.
had so human.
What's wrong with eating bugs?
Cat food's much better.
Okay, so
Trash
if-
would be
Well,
better
the
than
stuff
bugs.
in the stuff in those really little cans is much better.
how dexterous are a turtle's little flippy flippers?
Not very.
Look, you can
And
hold
I
the
don't
grass,
think-
you can't bite you.
I don't think you could cut Battenberg. with those
Could you
flippers.
grasp things between them?
No, not really. They've got no strength to
What's
do
this,
so.
what's this Battenberg thing?
Wait, what kind of turtle can grasp or can't grasp things between their claws?
Ah.
No turtle.
Because some of them
Are we
can.
talking a turtle, a tortoise, or a terrapin now?
See?
Turtle.
Could that
See,
be
I've-
something
Well,
like
a
A
Good point.
turtle then
You're-
just
you're
has
talking about-
flippers and has no fingers of any sort.
Nothing at all.
Actually,
It can
isn't that
basically
A turtle that goes like this.
it
picks
can
something
basically
up.
push its flippers together, but there's no force there.
Right, but
So it-
you said basking by a lake, and
Yes.
turtles are sea creatures. They would not be by a freshwater lake.
And lake, no,
Who said it was-
there are
excuse me?
freshwater turtles.
Who said it was fresh water?
There are fresh
implied
and
that-
salt
I implied that
Touche.
with Lake Michigan.
There are
What about a snapping turtle?
Yeah, well,
Snapping
that's a
turtle's
terrapin.
freshwater.
Those are nasty motherfuckers.
Well, those are terrapins now. They're not actually
Terrapins.
turtles. That's a different
That's right.
classification.
Yeah, but it's got turtle in the name.
Painted sliders. That's a West Virginia aquatic. Doesn't
Yeah.
hardly ever go on land at all. Pancake turtle. That's common. It's common names, but there's two turtles that are just aquatic freshwater.
Snapping turtles
Fact.
are a real conflict because I live in a marshy area, and we have lots and lots and lots of snapping turtles. but and they're dangerous. I mean, they will bite your damn toes off.
Marshy.
Badger, you don't want to be a turtle. Why are you trying to make it a valid argument? You want to be the raccoon. I just love the angry enter then.
Battenberg is the best cake, but about the right because I think I'd rather be a raccoon than a turtle in some ways.
Yep.
But a turtle just takes things much easier, I think, and is much slower, a slower pace. But
they're also dying out because of it.
Yeah, but you lose all the
raccoon has graspy grabby hat, which I like. So the problem with this scenario is both that raccoons are social animals, which I'm not that into, and that there are humans in the city. So if you put the raccoon anywhere else, I'd pick the raccoon. But because it's a city, I've got to pick the turtle.
You know, one of the reasons that I picked the east side of Milwaukee is that there's this natural bluff with no buildings or anything on it that runs the entire length from downtown to the north end of the county, and it's nothing but wildlife and deer and turkeys and raccoons and all kinds of fox.
I mean,
all kinds of stuff.
You're aware that they're mostly nocturnal. So being in a city at night, you might not see many people.
Well, then go to the clubs.
No, there's still too many people for my liking. If I'm exploring a city, I want to explore a city. I don't want the risk that I would run into a human.
Oh, wow.
Bad-tempered Badger, I'm having trouble with something you said that you stated as an absolute, which I happen to know is objectively false. Because my cookbook says that your assessment of your cake is not valid objectively, whereas my assessment of cake is.
Well, I think if we're defining the objectively best cake, we need an agreed upon standard, and my agreed upon standard is that Battenberg is the best cake.
Well, I understand that that's your agreed upon standard,
cake?
but you have no foundation for making that assertion since your cookbook is invalid.
Well, I think actually what you'll find is that your cookbook is an aftermarket tactile version to my cookbook.
No, I did not purchase that version of the cookbook. You're wrong. It's not aftermarket. It's original.
My cookbook is the old cookbook.
I went
Should've
back
wrote
to
it
the
backwards,
original
Dave.
cookbook language and description of the ingredients for my cake. So I don't know what to tell you, buddy.
Well, I think you'll find you're using the wrong language. You see, the cake at that time was not made with the ingredients that you're using. It was made with.
Why are you even telling me
marzipan.
this? That can't be so.
Well, it has.
Richard's got the older
demonstrably-
cookbook. His is more
It
valid.
demonstrably has to be so. Otherwise, we couldn't be having this conversation.
Ways of measuring ingredients changed over the years too, and so if you use a seriously antique cookbook, you may not be able to do duplicate the rest because you have no idea how big the ingredients volume is because the measurements.
Wait a minute. What elevation is this cake baked at? Because different elevations, it changes the cake. I need to know that.
Well, if
You
you
mean like-
combine the accounts of various different sections of the cookbook, you can figure out that the elevation is it's based on where the cake was baked originally.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm asking. Where was
in like
the original
Miami
cake
versus
baked? The
Denver,
first one that was ever made? Where?
or
Well,
3
it's-
versus
it's-
4 layer.
You guys are
It's
concentrating on all the wrong stuff here. See,
It's as it
see,
says
ever
in
since
the-
we found the Rosetta rolling pin stone, none
Yeah.
of this is even a question.
Now,
No.
as it says
It's true.
in
It's
the
true.
book, the cake was first baked at Mountbatten because it's Battenberg. So you have to it's written in the 10 ingredients.
I thought they just decided that the Rosetta Stone was bogus.
Did you just say something serious?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That was great.
I forgot.
Damn it, Jenny.
That was
You
great.
interrupted the joke.
I'm sorry. I always fuck up and piss everybody off.
Right! We now know what everyone would like to be.
I think we can all conclude that, objectively speaking, Battenberg is the best cake.
No, it's not. It is
Moving
without
on.
a doubt one of the worst cakes ever.
There's 2 ways to read the 10 ingredients.
What is a Battenberg?
How do you know that your way to read the 10 ingredients is correct? Come
Because
on,
it's
man.
written in my book.
I mean, you're talking Dunkin' Donuts versus Hostess. I'm sorry.
And you've
Hostess
chosen
is
Hostess,
much
by the way.
better.
I'm just saying.
Exactly.
I love Twinkies. I am a Twinkie.
I've eaten Twinkies, and I found they were okay.
Mm-hmm.
The thing
If
with
you want to live in
Twinkies
a
that I found is-
post-apocalyptic world, it's the only thing you'll get to eat.
The thing that I found with Twinkies is a while ago the pound shop was doing like a rip-off version of Twinkies, but with British cake standards, and the sponge was considerably more dense than an authentic Twinkie.
How
No,
disappointing.
Twinkies are only true Twinkies if you can eat them and chew them with nothing but your tongue.
No, I've had original Twinkies as well, and I do agree that yes, that is the true Twinkie experience. But
Have you ever taken a Twinkie and wrapped it around
Carrot
the big
cake
dog?
is not the best. Battenberg
Who
is
said
better than
carrot cake is the best?
Well, the thing with Twinkies is they're
No.
not actually that easy to get hold of over here.
Oh,
Carrot
no.
I
cake is
haven't-
a fiendish plot by mothers to get their
Experimentation.
children to eat a vegetable by telling them it's a dessert.
We can get two boxes for when they're on sale. 2 boxes for $3 of Twinkies.
Yeah, that's the problem. We can't do that over here.
Oh, that's so sad.
They were selling them like 2 for £1 in the pound shop a while ago, and they've
Holy
stopped selling
cow.
them. So the only Twinkies I can currently get are when friends of mine go on holiday to America and bring me back a box.
You
Wait a
show
minute, these are
people.
pound Twinkies? Just how big are they?
Do you show people your Twinkie?
Generally speaking, no. My Twinkie is for my own personal time.
Twinkies are a very private thing, whereas ding dongs are really quite public.
Yeah, because the ding dong, you need that to get in the door.
Ding dongs go well with hoes. I can't do it.
Right, we need to go.
Of course,
Yeah,
if
now
you're
that
a
we-
real
now that we-
confectionery master, you would find a way to put.
Wait, what?
If you're a real confectionery master, you'd find a way to put your ding dong
Into
your ho ho.
Into the Twinkie.
into your
Into the
Twinkie.
ho-ho.
No, into the ho ho.
Apparently, I've got to ask Beth about beetroot cake.
I just did that one for Jenny.
Thank you.
Okay, I don't know what that is, so I'm gonna say I haven't had it.
Beetroot is vile, horrible stuff.
So now that
I
we've
thought that's
concluded,
why
When he
Yeah,
says
you're-
beetroot, he means beets.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
adding
so now
extra
that-
words
now-
because where he's
Cake
from.
now that we've
Wonderful.
concluded,
It's more like a
that Battenberg
side
is the
dish,
best
not a
cake,
dessert.
I think
Exactly.
we can finish.
I thought
know.
I thought Badger was wrapped in his blanket because he's beating his brute the whole time.
I
You
eat
think
things
that's
raw.
a joke?
They're great.
Here we go. Jeff says
You know,
Twinkies
Badger-
are objectively better than Battenberg.
No, they're fucking not.
All right, I
Okay,
guess I'm gonna
right.
look
Just
this up.
before we get distracted by anything else.
Battenberg's best cake.
Right. If Battenberg is the best cake, put 1 in channel. Right, we will have a conclusive answer now.
If you don't know what Battenberg cake is, put a 0. If you hate it, put 2.
Yep.
Well, it certainly
Sammy
looks.
sa-
What
That's
are
a
these
good,
things
honest
up
poll
again?
right there. I like that.
It sounds honest, doesn't it?
Yeah, you either
Sammy-
know it or hate it. One of the two.
Sammy says, Dave can share my ding-dong. Jen says, beetroot cake is awesome. Makes for a real moist cake.
Ooh, moist.
Music Lecter says, can we please end this? Nerdy says 1. Nerdy, do you have to say 1? Well, how these people think that Battenberg is good? What's wrong with you all?
There was no 1.
Well,
looks like
Nerdy's
it's
done
really
1.
This is not an option.
Trainbeck's done 1.
1, you
Jones
like it.
done
0,
1.
you don't know what it is. 2, you hate it.
Is that a Battenberg cake?
There's definitely more to
yes.
That's Battenberg, yes.
Ooh,
Jeff,
is that,
you can't
is
vote
that
more than
fondant?
1.
There's definitely more 2s out
No, it's
there.
icing.
If that's
I would-
fondant
I
on the
would eat
outside,
that.
he gets my vote.
It's a marzipan.
Mars, oh, that's even better.
Oh, what the hell? How have you all been
love
persuaded to the marzipan, to the Battenberg side?
I buy packages of marzipan and just cut them open and just.
Then you would almost
Yeah,
certainly like Battenberg. But it's still
grandparents
wrong.
used to get me just a block of marzipan as a Christmas present.
I'm going to cry.
See?
How exactly are you coming out of this winning?
By
Dave,
having
tell the
marzipan,
guys in the
that's how.
chat they can't vote more than once. Cheating.
How are the chat meant to listen to me when the panel don't, Badger?
I'm sorry, what was that?
What did you say? Oh, that was my line, Richard. What'd you say,
Sorry.
Dave?
He was
Right.
the one
Pay
telling you
attention, I
you're
apologize.
teasing
Okay.
Okay.
you. That's what's going on.
The
You
chat
didn't
has
answer.
decided that Battenberg is objectively bad.
I think you're misreading the numbers and misrepresenting your poll, Dave.
Majority rules.
No.
There's a bunch of 2s in there.
I have never misrepresented my poll in my life.
Yeah, this is 6
Touche,
inches.
my friend.
Monge too.
Wait a minute, Dave. You told me this is 12 inches.
That's not 12 inches.
You just confused centimeters with inches. That's all, Beth. It's not.
Apparently, Nerdy
Oh,
says,
my bad,
can
my
Dave...
bad. Standard metric, right.
Exactly. Dave said, Nerdy says, can Dave and Badger have a debate about this?
I think we just did.
Right.
We have
We're
marzipan
going.
candy.
We are going.
But we still haven't resolved that if you had a teleporter, how many turtles could you fit in a 737?
No, you're right. We haven't. That'll be tomorrow's.
652.
Are they in the teleporters or separate from?
I've already.
You're using the
answered this
teleporter
question.
to beam them into the 737.
Well, I get
Well,
that, but since what you
interesting.
just said requires that the teleporter is already in the 747.
The correct answer is 2.
2. Okay, thank you.
Right.
It's
gonna say thank you to Beth.
Wait a minute. We
Shut
gotta
up!
determine if it was a scale model or an actual size 737. I mean,
Yeah.
we need facts.
Again, that no one said Phil.
Right. I'm going to say thank you to Beth, to Badger, to Purple, to Richard, to Jenny. If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you think you've got a better answer or just want to tell us how wrong we are, leave a comment down below. Subscribe down here for new questions every day and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on our live shows. If you click over here, you'll see our latest upload. Over here, for what YouTube thinks you'll love the most. And finally, for a complete playlist of all our currently released questions, click here.